Hello, my friend. Welcome into my channel. I wanted to do a little something different, and that is tell you who is behind Wellness with Gina. Who am I? Why am I here? What am I doing with my channel? I am a licensed therapist, as you probably have heard in the past. I'm also a certified health coach, and I talk everything health and wellness. But what about my story? I wanted to give you guys a little background on me and how I came to be doing what I do here. I started out probably like a lot of you sitting where you are sitting, meaning I was working a full-time job. By the way, I'm still working a full-time job and had a family at home, a young family at home. And I was doing all the things that we do as moms, trying to kill it at work, get all the deadlines, and also take care of my household, take care of my house in general, like all the laundry and the dishes and everything that we do, right, as women, and also know where everybody's supposed to be, their schedules, when they're supposed to be where, all the things that running a household and being a mom is all about. And it just became overwhelming, right? Especially around the holiday time, or if anything else was put on the plate. For example, one of my kids' birthdays was around the corner. Then the stress was really heightened. The emotional temperature was at a 10 because not only did I have to do all the things that were going on at work and all the things at home, but then I had the additional duty of, the birthday or the holidays coming. And so it just became overwhelmed all the time. And if you're anything like me, overwhelm leads to stress, leads to burnout, leads to weight gain, leads to sleepless nights, and on and on and on. And this is the way, isn't it, that stress happens? It's like it piles and piles and piles and piles until something blows up. It got to the point where my kids would go into their guitar practice and I would say, just go, mommy needs to take a nap. And I would stay in the car. Or they would be at a different practice doing something else and I would be, trying to get caught up on work. So always on, never taking a break. And in our culture, in our society, we get a lot of value from production, right? People know us by what we produce, by what we do. And so there's a lot of value based on output. What are you putting out? And yet we, on the other hand, we're people, we need to also relax and rest. There should be this kind of tension, healthy tension between production and resting, right? Produce, but also take time out for yourself. Well, I was missing the whole take time out for yourself because I wanted to do all the things. I love my family, right? And I wanted to be good at my job. So I was doing all the things all the time. And if there's one thing that I tell working women, it's that you shouldn't do all the things all the time. Whatever you can afford to just, fish out to people, do it, farm it out, because we don't need to be doing everything 100% of the time. That's just not the way our body and mind work. We also have to learn to rest and relax. So there I was in this space of trying to kill it at work and kill it at home, doing all the things in both places. And my body decided to stop in a lot of different ways, being exhausted, for example, like I described, sitting in the car, taking a nap and never feeling rested, going to sleep, never feeling rested. Has this happened to you before? You can probably relate. My hair then started to fall out. I had huge bald spots in the back of my head, where quarter size, where my hair was falling out due to stress. So I went to my general practitioner, never asked me really about my life in general, gave me some cream, steroid cream for my head so that my hair would grow back. It did grow back eventually, but that's not their job. And don't hear me wrong when I say, there's a time and a place to have a doctor, a traditional doctor, that is absolutely necessary when things are critical and, need to happen right now. Like you break your leg, obviously we need a doctor for that. But when things are underlying and building and building and building, we need a coach for that. We need somebody who's walking alongside us, helping us on our journey, on our path, right, to wellness. And little things like this kept happening to me, right? Your body knocks, your body whispers, and then it knocks, and then it'll just throw a boulder on you and your hair starts to fall out. The last straw for me was that I fell asleep driving on the highway going 70 miles an hour. I just was exhausted. And another car honked at me. Thankfully, it was at night. My kids were in the back seat. That's what really scared me. And I thought, okay, this is it. Something's got to be wrong with me. So I've got to be, something terrible is definitely wrong with me. So back to the doctor, run the labs. Yes, I have some minor issues with micronutrient deficiencies, B12, iron, some things like that. And I had changed my diet. I was doing all the things, you guys, that I thought that I needed to be doing to be healthy, working out. I was getting up at 4 a.m. to work out because I knew that that was important and it was a stress reliever for me. I was eating plant-based because, again, I knew that this was important to my lifestyle and it made sense for me. By the way, I still do both of those things, but my life looks a lot different now. Back then, I was totally on all the time, harried, didn't know whether I was coming or going. I was just living moment to moment to moment. And there again, I know some of you can relate to that. And so I got into this wellness kick, started taking micronutrients, some supplements to help me out, to boost me up where my deficiencies were, got into health coaching, which led me, this evolution, right, process as life usually does, led me down this path of helping other women, and then became my passion to work with professional women like myself who are struggling with the work-life balance and where to fit this all in. How do we integrate our life? Because we know that our family is really important. And for most of us, that comes number one. But secondly, we get a lot of value and validation from working a full-time job and having a career and being able to contribute, right, to society, contribute to something larger than maybe our family circle. And those are all brilliant things. Those are all fantastic things, but we need to learn how to integrate that with our health, how to balance out the resting with the produce, especially with us type A women who really want to get things done. And we do get a lot done. And people look at us and go, well, that's normal for her. that kind of output is normal and it must be okay. It's not okay, friend. It's not okay to be burning the candle at both ends. So long story short, in that whole evolution process, became a certified health coach, started doing some different things, and it has now evolved into the Wellness with Gina membership program. And that's really the evolution of it all. That's how the membership was born. And it's been a wonderful process to watch these women go through and bond with each other, keep each other accountable. And that's what I wanted to share with you today, was my story of how I got here and how I definitely know how you feel with the burnout, exhaustion, fatigue, and never feeling like you can catch up, never feeling like you can just take a breather and rest and relax, always having to be on. So I want to tell you, friend, there is a solution out there and it's called integration. Most of us just don't know how to get there. We don't know how to get there. Well, it takes a tribe of people. It does. It takes a tribe of people to help us hold our hands and go step by step by step on this journey. So I want to be that friend for you. I want to help you go step by step on your journey into integration, into rest and relaxation, moving more towards that than the high-powered, high-speed produce. We know that you can do that well. We know you got that covered, but how about this other piece of resting and relaxation and really leaning into who you are, leaning into your intuition and clarity, and just being more you instead of who the world needs you to be right now, taking care of everybody else but you. So it's time to take care of you. It's time to put yourself first for once and really move into that space of rest and calm. Thank you, my friend, for watching, listening to my story. And if anything here resonated with you, I would love to hear more about it. Just subscribe to the channel and you won't miss a video. Videos go out every week, and I hope to see you again.